Hello, I am happy you joined me today. I am doing a simple ocean painting, Kat McHale Art and Design. We're doing this on a wood canvas, taped off on the back and on the sides, painted with some gold for the sand and some aqua turquoise color and a deep blue for the ocean. I left the wood grain to shine through a little bit to help provide texture and depth, hopefully, in this simple painting. So I am using KS Resin Ocean Waves White for my waves. I am using 3 colors for the ocean. I am going to be using this little piggies, and their color selection is spectacular. So with this little piggies, I will be doing the 3 ocean colors. First one I'm going to mix up that you'll see is Blue Eyes. It is a nice light blue with some sparkle. All of little piggies have some kind of sparkle. Mix that up. That way I'll have 3 colors, not just 2 for the ocean. Second color is Indigo Waves. It's not as dark as I would have liked, dark blue as I would have liked. It kind of had a shifty, greenish kind of tone to it, but it still worked well. The third color is Lagoon, and it is a beautiful dark aqua, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. And then of course I will be using some plain clear resin. So the first thing to do on something like this is just put a thin coat of the clear resin down. So I'm setting everything aside so I can put my thin coat of resin and get it spread and heated and debubbled. Hope everybody had a happy holiday and are going to celebrate safely in the new year. I don't do resolutions. How about you? Okay, I need some questions or a question answered. Do you prefer chatting like I'm doing now, or do you prefer music and no voice? I don't tend to do true tutorials, so I tend to do a lot of music because I like to listen to my own music, and copyrights won't let me use it without paying for it on my YouTube. Alright, so I'm just reheating the resin. It wasn't quite warm enough to spread easily with my hand, which my hand is one of my favorite resin tools. It's even one of my favorite acrylic painting or pouring tools as well. So heating it up makes it much easier to spread, as you can see. I'm trying to get it, make sure it covers all edges. And then I want to make sure the coat is fairly even. Although it is self-leveling, it will eventually level out. But I like it to level out pretty well on this first coat. Again, this coat will give something smooth for the colored resin to slide on and the wave to slide on. But it will also provide more depth, since I'm only doing 1 layer. A lot of the ocean paintings you see, people do 2 or 3 layers. I did a beach scene on a plank in one of my previous videos, and that was more complicated, obviously, because I used sand and shells and waves over everything, you know. So, anyway, check out the video if you get a chance. Alright, so now that I have the clear resin done, I'm going to start with the dark and go to the light. So I'm going to do the dark blue or the indigo waves, which again, when you see this color in person, it's a wild color. I really like it. Here it looks really light over top of that deep blue, but once it blended over the deep blue, it had a green tint to it as well, which I liked. Alright, so again, heating the resin to help spread it. I try to minimize the amount of resin, so I'm spreading what I have now and then I can add more later. Less is more. Start with a little bit, and then you can always increase. If you dump too much in there, you can't change that. You're going to have to blow half of it off and waste it. Because one of the things I do is with leftover resins from projects like these, I like to make my small things like keychains and baubles and, trinkets, whatever, instead of wasting the resin. So if it all ends up on the table, it's really hard to reuse. And you have to reuse it that same time. So I always have a couple molds ready to go that I can dump into if I need to. And if you don't have enough resin, you just do another layer and you can fix it. Again, using the heat gun just to blend the color and disperse it over the canvas in a net so it looks natural and not put there. Now I'm going to add the aqua color, and it is so pretty. The lagoon is really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to dabble that in for most of this area, but I want to also add a little bit of the light blue. So when you're looking at a Caribbean ocean, it's deeper blue in the distance and towards the horizon, and then it gets a lighter blue, and then it becomes this aqua mixed color, and then it hits the sand in the wave. So that's what I'm going for here. So again, the heat gun, starting to blend the colors. Sometimes I use my fingers. I don't want anything to look like a line. I don't want it to look like somebody put it there again. See, I'm repeating myself, but it's the same thing. You want it to look all natural, all natural. Okay, that's enough. Calm down, Kathy. See what I mean? I haven't talked in a while, so you guys are getting the unpolished version of me. Not that there's a real polished one. Okay, so I'm backing up. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to decide, does something look not natural enough? I'm pointing out the color in the dark blue, about the greens that I mentioned. I can see my light blue, but for some reason I felt like there was some kind of delineation there, so I thought I would scribble through it with my finger and then blend it again with the heat gun. There are no straight lines in the ocean. Sorry. Sinuses. All right, so next is to prep for the wave, and one of the things I need to do is put a little more clear down, because you want to blow the clear through the white to push the white over the color. If you put the white right next to the color and then blow, your white is going to end up turning into that color. You don't mind a little bit of it here and there because it looks like a reflection of the turquoise water, but you don't want your wave to look turquoise. So then I'm going to put the white line for the wave in between the color and that clear I just laid down. And then once I finish that, I can proceed to create the wave. I am no wave expert. I don't find that my waves are perfect yet. Not that they'll ever be perfect, because again, nature is not perfect. Abstract is not perfect. If you're looking for perfect, go to a store and buy something that's manufactured. Because all handmade art is imperfect in a beautiful way. Okay, so we're warming up the white so that when we start to blow it, it wants to blow. And see how it fans out over top of the turquoise, but not turning turquoise. And I'm going to go back and forth through this wave until I see that it's perfect, or perfect for me. And then once that's done, it's done, you leave it be. I may use my torch, which I'm doing here. Well, no, that's still the heat gun, which I'll be doing in a minute. The torch adds a little more definition to the waves. It can add some bubble-like, water bubble-like patterns, not air bubbles in the resin. So I use that to do that, and then you use the heat gun to push, because the heat gun has air and it's pushing. Like that circle, I'm trying to change it because I don't want it to look like a circle. That's not natural. But a broken up wave, that's natural. I hope you've enjoyed this painting. Just adding some finishing touches to the wave. And then I'm going to leave it be and let it dry. And then you will see the finished result. Again, I chose to go very simple. So for those of you who thinks I should have enhanced the wave or added more waves, not my point. This is a beautiful wood canvas, 11 by 14. It is for sale. So if you're interested, please feel free to email me. And I'm doing something new. I want you to offer me a price. I know what I want for it. I know what I can't live without to cover it. But I want to know, how does it spark your wallet? Again, if you're interested, email me at acrylicsbycat.gmail.com. Okay, as you see, I'm using the torch. The torch helps blow it out a little bit and again add some definition and design to it. And I'm just touching up the little corner there with some clear. And voila, it's essentially done. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested, please feel free to email me and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. I will see you next time. Please subscribe, comment, share, follow me. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Acrylics by Cat or Cat McHale Art and Design. So, again, love that you watched. See you in the next one. I don't have any music to let you out the door. So I will la 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 ha ha ha. Okay, now everybody's yelling, shut up, woman. I'm not going to watch the rest of your video. And again, I'm just going back and picking what I think is a hair or an air bubble. Trying to decide, do I want to do more? And again, less is more with this. I wanted less. So, see you on the flip side. I can't say see you diving in the waves. It's wintertime here on the East Coast. And it's too cold. Now I know I've talked too much. Goodbye. Tune in again. And I won't blab so much. I'm out.